Hello friends, today we will study fractionating efficiency of Comber. That what is fractionating efficiency, how it is calculated, and how we will compare the fractionating efficiency of different Combers. So first of all, we should understand what is fractionating efficiency. Why we need to study fractionating efficiency? Because waste at the comber should be considered in conjunction with the short fibers removal. Means studying only noil or waste is not sufficient. If there are two combers, one comber is extracting more noil and another comber is extracting lesser noil, so we cannot draw any conclusion unless we study the short fibers. So noil percentage should be studied in conjunction with short fibers removal. As we know that in Comber, what are the two basic principles on which it is removing the noil? There are two basic principles. First is fibers whose length is lesser than the fringe projecting from the nipper should go in noil or waste. So we are assuming that fibers who are having length lesser than fringe projecting from the nippers while the half lap is combing, they may go in noil or waste. Second is fibers which are greater than the distance between the nippers and the detaching rollers when nippers are in foremost position should go in sliver. So on the basis of these two rules, we are assuming that the noil is extracted from the comber. And now how these rules are followed and how much Comber is successful in following these rules, that is related to the Comber fractionating efficiency. Fractionating efficiency refers to the degree to which a Comber succeeds in removing fibers shorter than the fringe projecting without losing any fiber longer than the detaching distance. So whatever I have told you, two rules, so they have been written in a combined way that we can judge the performance of the comber by studying fractionating efficiency, and fractionating efficiency refers to the degree to which the comber is successful in following these rules, that the degree to which a comber succeeds in removing fibers shorter than fringe projecting from nippers without losing any fiber longer than detaching distance. Means we are interested that short fibers should be removed and long fibers should not be removed. If Comber is successful in following these rules, then only it is good. The first is fibers less than fringe projecting from the nipper should go in noil and waste. And we have already studied that the conditions are different in counter feed and concurrent feed. So in counter feed, the fringe projecting from nippers is E plus S, where E plus S, because during the backward journey of the nippers, feeding takes place. Feeding equal to S millimeter per cycle takes place. So E is the distance in case of concurrent feed. So in case of concurrent feed, The fringe projecting from the nippers is E. So in both the cases, the conditions are different. Similarly, fibers greater than distance between nippers and detaching rollers when nippers are in foremost position should go to sliver. So, or in other words, we can say that all fibers greater than detaching distance should go in sliver. Again, the conditions are different in counter feed and concurrent feed. In counter feed, this distance is E, and in concurrent feed, all fibers greater than E minus S, they are going to the sliver. So these are the difference in counter feed and concurrent feed. How we will measure fractionating efficiency? So fractionating efficiency can be measured by two ways. Number one is short by measuring short fiber percentage in lap and combed sliver. And second is improvement in the mean length. So formula for calculating comber fractionating efficiency is short fiber percentage in combed sliver divided by short fiber percentage in lap into 100. It means we will study the short fiber percentage after combing and before combing. So before combing we will study in lap, and after combing we will study in combed sliver. So lower is the value, better is combing, because if a comber is successful in removing the short fibers, then after combing the short fiber percentage will be less in comparison to the lap. So value will be less. So lower is value, better is combing, as comber fractionating efficiency value is based on reduction in short fiber content. Now we will study that what are the norms for improvement in mean length after combing. So in this table, it is shown that the different count groups for which we are doing combing. So combing can be done for different count groups starting from 28 to 34, then up to 44, up to 60s, 90s, 120s count is made. And we are using different types of cotton for every count group, and effective length is ranging from 26 to 30 mm to 34 mm, 36 mm, and up to 39 mm. And average length or mean length is ranging from 21 mm to 23 mm for 34's count, and it is varying from 26 mm to 28 to 20 and 30 mm for 120 count. Noil percentage or comber waste percentage is also different for different count groups. Although it is not necessary, but this is just an example that it is ranging from 12 percentage to 14 to 15 to 16. Then this shows that what is the expected increase in mean length after combing. You can see that we expect only 1 to 2 mm in case of count groups up to 40s, and for 60s we are expecting maximum 3 mm improvement in the mean length, and for 90s and 120s we are expecting the increase in mean length 3 mm to 4 mm. So from this we can draw a conclusion, or we should remember that the improvement in the mean length after combing is ranging from 2 to 3 to 4 mm only. So depending upon the comber efficiency, the increase in mean length is only of the order of 2 to 3 mm to 4 mm. So minimum is 2 mm, maximum is 4 mm. So if we are realizing the improvement in mean length of this order, then it means comber is performing well. Next is we conclude that what are the norms for quality improvement at comber. So it is shown that The parameters for which are considered for quality improvement at Comber are noise level, short fiber removal, improvement in mean length, and nap removal. So whenever we compare different Combers, we will not only compare fractionating efficiency, but also these parameters also. So for count 40s and above, and for 60s and 80s and above, the noise level is different. Noise level is 16% for 40s count, for 60s it is 16 to 20, and for 80s it is more than 20. The short fiber removal percentage is ranging from 40% to 60% and maximum up to 75%. It means if we are extracting short fiber of the order of 75%, then it's very good. It means we have achieved our target and Comber is performing well. We are not having any target of 100% short fiber removal because that is not possible and noise level will be very high. That will not be economical. An improvement in mean length is of the order of 10% to maximum 20%. Means again the same thing that 2 mm or 3 mm or 4 mm. In mm it is 2 to 4 mm. In percentage wise it is 10 to 20% improvement in mean length. Nap removal percentage means the naps which we can remove economically and quality for achieving good quality is 40%, 60% or 75%. If we are removing the nap 75%, then it is very good and Comber is performing well. So with this we conclude our lecture that we have studied today fractionating efficiency and norms for quality improvement at Comber. And remember, these are just an examples. A mill may achieve even better targets than this. This is not the ultimate target. So the norms may be different for different mills. These are just shown for example only so that you can have an idea that what is the range of the values for different parameters. Thank you.